Hey guys, welcome back to another Sims 4 YouTube video. Today is a bit of a different video because I don't know if you are aware, but today is Thursday for me, but this is going up on Friday. But we got the official trailer for the For Rent expansion pack. I made a video last week talking about if this was a possible expansion pack in the game. Now we have an official trailer and I want to walk you through some of the features that I picked up on watching the trailer, but also kind of share my thoughts on it as well. Again, with every expansion pack, I would 100% recommend keeping a level head on this because even though the trailers might seem so much fun to play with, the actual pack might not be as exciting as a trailer. Not that I want to crap on The Sims, but I do want to say that in the past we've gotten some packs that just haven't really, left us with the expectations that we thought we were getting. So I just want to keep a level head on this, but I am very excited. And with the last packs that we've gotten from The Sims, I kind of want to say I have high hopes for this pack, but let's get into the actual features and trailers and actually in a first world look at the new world we're getting in The Sims. So yes. Okay, so I'm starting off on the official Sims 4 website because they posted a little review about the new expansion pack, and then we'll go to another website that's got more of the world pictures and some of the features that were talked about in the trailers. So the first things first is we are now getting residential rentals in The Sims 4, which is incredible because now your Sims can officially be able to be property owners or tenants. They can fix utilities, deal with unruly neighbors, create a community, and even manage multiple residential rentals. When I read this part of the website, I kind of lost it because in a good way. I lost it in a good way because basically that means you can own more than one properties, essentially. From what I read that, you can have multiple different properties in The Sims where you either rent it out or you could do whatever you want with it, essentially, hopefully. But you can have multiple dwellings such as townhomes, duplexes, apartments, and more. Players will discover close living quarters make for some of the most harmonious relationships that will either bring the community together or drive it apart. Now, this world is based off of Southeast Asia, and let me tell you, I am in love with this world. It's a mix, as you can see, and later on you'll be able to see it's a mix of suburban living, but also city living, and there's also from what I understand, water portion to the world as well. So I think we might be getting kind of a little ocean, we're getting a lot within this pack, to be honest with you. When I saw the world, I fell in love with it and it looks so cool, the expansion world of it. But it is welcome to Toomerang, I think is how you say it. It's a scenic world nestled in the lush tropical landscapes and vibrant city skyline in a world alive with possibilities. Toomerang breathes new life to the many stories that can be told in a multi-family dwelling. So as you can see here, the world kind of has a mix of city and suburban. From what I understood when I was watching the pack, there were some homes that were more nestled in a kind of your normal neighborhoods, and then there was more of city stuff, which is literally perfect because we have been dying for more of urban city lifestyles. So I'm glad to see kind of a mix of both. I'm hoping to see more of the urban living than kind of a suburban living, if that makes sense. But it is inspired by a unique blend of tradition and modernity. Sims can immerse themselves in the Southeast Asian inspired world and discover various new exciting community activities to reflect elements of Southeast Asian culture. The Sims team proudly collaborated with Jason Chu, an Asian American rapper, social justice advocate, and cultural expert with family roots in Southeast Asia to consult on the For Rent expansion pack to deliver more choices with how players explore and express their individuality. I actually love that because I find that sometimes when we have no clue about different cultures, it's very easy for us to misconstrue it. So I'm glad that they're working with people that actually know what they're talking about to bring us the most realistic gameplay possible, if that makes sense. And when your Sims need a break from the hustle and bustle of a big city, they can relax in the green haven of the botanical gardens. We're getting a botanical garden, visit an animal sanctuary, or leave incense or fruit offerings at the spirit house, while child Sims can play hopscotch and marbles in the park. I will say, I literally just made a mod review on kids being able to play hopscotch. Now we're getting hopscotch in The Sims. And I also love the fact that we're getting marbles because I love the marbles game. I've never played the marbles game, but it looks very fun. As Sims move to these new residential rentals, it is inevitable that they will get tangled up in each other's lives. Oh my goodness. That is going to be chaotic. For you future property owners, I wish you luck because dealing with Sims, multiple Sims, that's going to be a real challenge. Anyways, this is kind of what they're talking about. I don't know if you guys can see this photo clearly, but essentially you can see that there are two different apartments. To the looks of it, it does look like a apartment building. But what's cool about it is you can see like this blue line and then you can see like this pink line, or like magenta line. And I think that's how it basically differentiates the two apartments. I'm not exactly sure how you would set those different apartments up. If there's like, I assume there's gonna be a new building menu with this to help, organize it to say, apartment A and apartment B, but it is a new lot type and I'm super excited to see your guys' builds. We know I can't build. It's inevitable. I can't build in The Sims, it's fine, but I can't wait to see your guys' builds come out when this pack drops because I've seen some incredible builds and I know that these builds are going to be absolutely insane. So this next paragraph basically talks about the new lot type in town. We know apartments and multi-residential rentals have been highly requested by players. Yes, we have. For years and years, I've seen a lot of Simmers talk about the ability to buy more properties, to be able to become their own property owners and have their own tenants. I think a lot of us thought maybe we were getting a snippet of this with City Living. We did not. So super glad that they still kept this in mind for us to get it in the future, but we wanted to ensure that this feature offered enriched and immersive gameplay that expands on the multitude of storytelling opportunities. The Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack introduces a new dimension to housing options, enhancing the overall depth and complexity of Sims relationships, personalities, and experiences. I'm going to skip this little thing, but in Toomerang, these gorgeous dwellings feature versatile wooden window shades, homes on stilts near scenic beaches. I love the fact that we're getting it feels like a 3-in-1 world. From the photos, it seems like we're getting, a beach world and then like a kind of a not Willow Creek vibe, but like a suburban, your typical neighborhoods, and then more of urban living. So super excited to see what the actual world map looks like. New residential rentals allow a Sim to get creative with fully customizable multi-family dwellings. Give your Sims a basement suite to rent out, create a cozy duplex for close families, or even build spacious apartments for large families. Community events like a potluck and pool parties provide the perfect opportunities for Sims to engage with their neighbors and get a sense of community within their residential lot. Okay. This kind of shows a little photo of, I believe that she's a property owner. They made it kind of clear in their trailer that she was the woman that owned the apartment building. So here's him probably giving her the rent and she's got a boatload of mail in her mailbox. So I'm not sure what all of that implies. It's probably the land grabs trying to get her to pay her power bill. Property management Sims can soon evolve into savvy property owners and live amongst tenants or maintain separate residences while generating income from multiple property investments. While being at home can be relaxing, property owners may face a tenant revolt if you allow your ratings to slip too low, amongst other potential surprises, including insect infestations and challenges including mold. I was going to bring the mold thing up because I don't know if you guys saw the trailer, but there is a new death in The Sims, and that death is mold. And that Sim, I'm not going to lie, freaked me out when I saw. I'll have to look it up. Hold on, let me look this up. I couldn't find it, but the image, I don't ever want to see a Sim die from mold because that thing looked disgusting. But anyways, on the flip side, property managers have their own layer of responsibility. It's not all fun and games. Like shown in the trailer, property owners will literally have to take care of that property, like in the normal world. They'll have to, including the new water heater and electrical fuse box utility objects. No tenant is going to want cold water or flickering lights. So you will have to play your own portion of landlords. What we did get in City Living was apartments that needed TLC. And in doing that, you would have to actually call your landlord to come fix it. Now that's going to be you. If you're a property owner, you are going to be having to fix that issue within your tenant's home because you are the property owner. So that is another cool thing. But now we'll go into more of the actual features to the new For Rent expansion pack. Okay, so this is from Snooty Sims website. I do love their website as well. They've got a lot of good news articles on here and just custom content and everything you'd possibly need for The Sims. But they made a full in-depth article about the new trailer that came out. So it started off with the kids playing the marble game. So at the beginning, you saw that there were kids playing the marbles, which is 2 new activities we're getting for kids that we know of in this expansion pack, same as like the hopscotch and the marbles. They kind of went throughout the day, which was cool about this pack, which is they started at like 9 a.m. in the morning, and then throughout the trailer it like became different times and showed like different activities that your Sims could do. This is more pictures of the actual world. So you can see right here, we kind of got this river thing going with some boats and some properties overlooking the water. We've got this little area that kind of looks like more like shopping stuff and just like kind of like on the pier stuff. And then this looks to me more of like the actual properties that we're getting in game. This is another more kind of a closer look at the world, but this looks pretty amazing right here. I hope that there's some properties that overlook this part because I feel like that would look very, very cool, like for your Sims at least. Unless you play in first person view, then that might even look cooler. This Enchanting Time inspired world, we did read this part about how it was kind of brought up. This, I believe, is where that kind of sanctuary is, which our Sims can get a little breather from the bus. Yeah, this was the world that they were talking about, the side of the world where it's the botanical gardens. They've got the incense stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, incense. And then that animal sanctuary as well, which does seem pretty cool. This is the hopscotch kind of picture for you if you haven't seen it already. Basically, your kids can now play hopscotch. I'm wondering if your kids, we can actually like draw the hopscotch thing and then go from there, because I used to draw the hopscotch with the chalk, or if you have to buy it. This is another picture of the world at night, but I think they showed that in the other website. And then this is some of more food options that we're getting, which I actually am quite in love with because we're getting more food options in The Sims. We just had the Home Chef stuff pack come out recently, so this is perfect to add into your Home Chef hustle pack. I don't think I'll ever get that name correct because I don't even think that was the right name for it, but we move on. Again, with the new lot type, this is another kind of build that they showed in the trailer, which kind of shows like you got an area out here, you got the houses. I mean, you could really make it an apartment building by having like a pool and like amenities and then your apartments and stuff like that. Now, granted, you probably wouldn't get any money from the amenities, but it would help keep the ratings up, which is what we want. We want your Sims ratings to go up. And then this kind of goes back into like build mode. I really am curious to see how build mode will be for these apartment buildings, like these new property types. And then we have our property manager thing again. This is the mold that I'm talking about. This is the mold I'm talking about because this, obviously you're gonna have to clean this up, but I don't know if they'll show the Sim on here, but he had like mold growing on him and it just didn't really sit right with me. And this is the electrical fuse box as well, but we do have some new aspirations that we can get within the Sims 4 for Rent pack. So as a property owner / manager, you can evict tenants. Also, that leads to a new fear of Sims, Your Sims can have aspirations too. They can aspire to be the nosiest seeker of secrets, the ultimate 5-star property owner, and the local font of Tamarani knowledge, or the most discerning dweller. The neighbor and tenant everyone loves. To make things even spicier, your Sims can adopt 5 new traits. They can be nosy, generous, cringeworthy, children of the village, or embrace the wisdom of the elders. So get ready for some thrilling new adventures. I'm quite excited to see that we're getting more traits and more aspirations. Obviously, with a lot of these expansion packs, we get some new traits and aspirations to go with the pack. So super happy to see, a big, I say, you got a lot of choices within the aspirations and the traits as well. What else can we get? In the trailer, you see a snooper tenant eavesdropping on the couple next door and later on sneaking into their room while they're away. That did kind of sit wrong with me in the trailer. She literally walked into their apartment and you can see it right here. She's just busting into their apartment and just stood there and was looking around like, I don't want a Sim busting through my apartment. And then it comes back to the Get Busy. December 7th is when the pack comes out, but I did want to note that you do get some extra objects. It's just 3 objects, but if you pre-order it or buy it the day of, you will get these Quick Treats Grill, Street Side Star Shades, and the Peak Freshness Fruit Basket. This goes up to January 18th. So if you buy it on the day it comes out or today, you'll get those 3 new items in your game. These are also some tweets about the famous plastic chairs are making their way into The Sims 4. I think we have plastic chairs within The Sims, but to know that we're getting the classic plastic chairs, I'm pretty hyped about those. And then, yes, this is the guy. This is the guy. And Monica gets it because she said, okay, but this new death is gross. It is very gross. I had to look away during the trailer part because this is absolutely disgusting. He's got mold growing out of his body. Who did that? Who made that new death? Because I need to talk to them. But anyways, this is kind of an overview of what we saw today. Super, super excited to see what the actual pack will look like. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I'm super excited to see what this gameplay will look like. I know we normally get a gameplay live stream when the pack is closer to release date, so I'm wondering if we'll get it at the end of November and actually get to see a walkthrough of like this new expansion pack. But it is insane to see how far The Sims have come. I know for a while now we've been really wanting a pack like this, so super excited that they actually took their time to make sure it was something that they were proud of releasing. Again, can't wait. Let me know your thoughts on this new expansion pack and if you're just excited as for me. Again, make sure to keep a level-headed mind going into this. I don't want you guys to get too hyped up and then the pack comes out and you're like, what is this? But I can smell another Can You Get Rich video coming up. So I am quite excited for this pack to come out, only because I want to see how well I'll do as a property manager. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and comment your favorite part about the new expansion pack and what are some things that you are looking forward to when this pack comes out. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But with that, I will see you all on Monday.